Greetings everyone, my name is Laurensia Pramudita. I am an International Business Management Program student of Petra University. In this video, I will answer 3 questions given by my lecturer, Professor Dr. Casey Chan. So let's go on to the question.
The first question is, what are my core competencies? The second question, what is my career plan after finish this class in 1, 3, 5, and 10 years from now? And the last question is, what have I learned and how have I applied what I have learned? So now I will answer the first question, what are my core competencies?
So to know better myself more and my core competency, I do 5 self-assessment tests and I will analyze my self-awareness. So the 5 tests are the learning style, entrepreneur cat test, the Big 5 personality test, Philippines 19 rules, and lastly, leadership self-assessment. The first test is learning style test. So the result of my first test is reflector. I think that reflector is fit me the most because I like to think before act, and I like to do preparation before doing something and make sure what I prepare is the correct decision. Usually I like to listen to other people and I also observe what others do and make sure what I do is in line with the others. The second test is entrepreneurship cat test, and the result of the test is creative tendency. I find creative tendency really suitable for me because I am an imaginative person. So I like to imagine things that being described to me, and I'm also capable on doing multitasking, although I actually prefer to do things one by one. I also have a lot of ideas, and usually if I guess on something, it turns out the correct result. I also like something new and like changes because I am easily adapt to changes. The third test is the Big 5 personality test. The result of the test is conscientiousness. Conscientiousness is honest and hardworking. Yes, I am an honest person and hardworking. I like to do all things done and I always do it with integrity. As being taught in my major, integrity is most important thing and has been said from years to years, integrity is above all, professionalism comes next. So the next test is Philippines 19 rule. The result of the test is resource investigator. The description of resource investigator is actually fit with me. I am an enthusiastic and communicative person. I like to explore something and also seeing the opportunity. But of course, I also have weakness. Sometimes I lose interest once the main part of the work has passed. And to do the next part, I am less passionate compared with doing the main part of the work. The last test is leadership self-assessment. The result of the test is building relationship. So I found the result of the test is really true and matched with me very well. I like to build relationship first with my colleagues because I find it easier to work with a partner if I know my partner beforehand, or at least know a bit about my partner. So that's all about my core competencies and my self-awareness test result.
Moving on to the second question. The second question is, what is my career plan after finish this class in 1, 3, 5, and 10 years from now? This will be my career plan timeline. So I will graduate in 2016, hopefully. And 1 year after I graduate, I will take my master's degree abroad. 3 years after I graduate from IBM, hopefully I already graduate from my master's study and looking for a job and also experiences. 5 years after, I will continue my family business, which is perfumery industry. And 10 years after, I hope I already expand my family business abroad. Moving on to the last question. The last question is, what have I learned and how have I applied what I have learned?
I learned a lot of things during the class, and I think it will be useful in the real life since I have a lot of group assignments, and I learned to work in a multicultural environment, which is actually not a really hard thing for me because I am easily adapt to changes to something new is a very easy thing for me. I also learned to work fast, so the result is that I'm able to work in a pressure. Especially in Professor Dr. Casey Chan's class, I learned a lot of thinking concepts. And my favorite thinking concept is holistic thinking.
Holistic thinking consists of three questions: what, why, and how. And now I'm going to give example about the implementation of what I've learned during the class. The first question is what? What have I learned in IBM? I learned a lot about knowledge, socializing, working in groups, adapt to multicultural environment, and also working under pressure. Especially since in IBM I have a lot of assignments and I need to submit all at almost at the same time. And moving on to the second question, which is why. So why? Why is it important? It is important because all of it will be useful in the working life. Many people say that university life is only a training for the real working life because the real life is very tough. The last question is how. So how to implement in the real life? It is by doing the right thing as what my major has taught me. Integrity is above all, professionalism comes next. Holistic thinking can also apply in some real-life cases. I will give example about setting up a birthday party for my grandmother. Starting with a what question. So what should I do? So I should plan a birthday party for my grandmother. But why? Why should I make a birthday party? There are two reasons. The first one is to make my grandmother happy, and the second reason is to gather all my family members, because gathering all family members can please my grandmother too. And anyway, it's her birthday. The last question is how. How to set a birthday party. It is with the right people, process, and tools. So the right people is all grandchildren as the event creator. The right process is booking the venue and ordering the cake, flower, and also the decoration. And lastly, the right tool are mic, sound system, cast book, and the other things that can support a good birthday party to please my grandmother. Actually, I also apply holistic thinking to choose university for taking my master degree after I graduate. So starting with the what question. So what university should I choose for taking master degree? So I have two criteria to choose university. The first one is have an international standard and also have high reputation university in the eyes of the world. Therefore, I can choose London Business School as as the next university for taking my master degree. The second question is why? Why I choose London Business School? Because London Business School has international standard and have a very high reputation in the eyes of the world. Taking a master degree in London Business School is actually sounds very prestigious and only selected people can enter there in London Business School because I heard it is also very hard to enter. So and then how? How to get in there? Of course, I need to graduate from IBM Petra Christian University with a good GPA. And also, I will look for scholarship to enter London Business School. And lastly, I will take the entrance test. And if I get accepted, I will directly go to London Business School.
This is the end of my video. I hope you can enjoy and learn something from my video. I'm Laurensia Pramudita. Thank you and have a nice day.